Hi, welcome back to another video. I am a little under the weather, but this needs to happen. Episode 3 came out for Daredevil Born Again, and I am here to talk about it. Why am I holding it like that? Anyways, as you can see, got my notes. Let's get on with it, huh? So, one episode and like a lot to go through. A lot of information got thrown at us like in a span of the 50 minutes or however long the episode was. God, it was a lot. Want to first off and say like rest in peace to Kamar De Los Reyes, the guy who portrayed Hector Ayalas, and I just want to say, like, he did amazing. His portrayal of this guy, the White Tiger, and just everything about it was amazing.
Besides his portrayal as Hector Ayala in Daredevil Born Again, Kamar De Los Reyes, born in San Juan, Puerto Rico, raised in Las Vegas, is known for a bunch of his roles in major network TV shows and video games alike. You might recognize his voice as Raul Menendez from Black Ops 2, and in other Black Ops in the future after that. He's also known for being in The Rookie as Ryan Carandine. A little while back, he was also in CSI Miami as Jason Molina. He was in Castle, Manuel Villalobos, and Blue Bloods as Santana. He was in a bunch of other major network TV shows, but he got his start in 1995 in 287 episodes in the soap opera One Life to Live. It's his first major role as Antonio Vega. He won Outstanding Performance in any daytime drama series, and he was in it for 1995 till like 2007. That's 287 episodes of a TV show. That's insane. After that, he went on to do a bunch of other projects that I have already said. Recently, you might also recognize his voice as Barranca in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. I wanted to highlight a lot of his other roles because he's not. I think it's really great to highlight someone who has passed on to the next life for all the roles that he's been doing, and especially after his great portrayal as Hector Ayala in Daredevil Born Again. He was just fantastic, and his acting, his delivery on all these lines, especially when he talks about Luquillo, Puerto Rico, con los coquis, and especially him putting on the suit. He felt like, especially in that scene, he felt like he was putting on the suit for the very last time. Like he knew he was going to die. And especially right after filming on December 24th, 2023, he tragically passed with a short battle with cancer. He's survived by his wife, Sherry Salm, which I know her as one of the moms in that TV show on ABC, Fosters. But you might know her, Marvel fans, as Atara from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. if you did watch the show. He is also survived by a set of twins that he had with Sherry Salm, John Ruben De Los Reyes and Michael Luis De Los Reyes. Another fact about him, that his brother, Daniel De Los Reyes, is the drummer for the Zac Brown Band. There's not really much left to say, but thank you, Kamar De Los Reyes. Thank you so much for your acting career. I remember I knew I recognized his face somewhere. I see a lot of these long-term major network TV shows, and rest in peace.
Especially like in the intro of this episode of him and Matt talking about where he's from in Puerto Rico, and I didn't know that I'm from Ecuador, but I was raised in the States. I didn't know that Puerto Ricanos, which is how I have always said, they have a word called boricuas. Hector says it in the show, and he says like us boricuas. I'm like, boricuas. I was like, what is that? And I looked it up. It literally means people of descendants of Puerto Rico, which is kind of sick. Luquillo, Puerto Rico is a place that he mentions. It's a beach con unos animales that he talks about. The coqui. The coqui is a tree frog. He says that it sings its name. That there's like this like majestic like whistling that this like frog does, instead of like the usual like croak of a frog. It's like it sings through this beach, and he mentions about how like tourists, people who are not from the country, say that something annoying, but in actuality it's something beautiful of the region. He also mentions the fact that they mate for life. Once you find once the kukui went to mating season, they like just sing and sing until they find the love of their life. They're like the music of the island, the music of calling out to the one that you love. And it of course relates to how they were talking to Hector's wife, and about how like she hasn't really seen her husband in so long because of his vigilante work, or how like, you know, Hector's in this jail cell and he's not with his wife. And it also connects to what he says later on in the episode about how he talks about how he bought an apartment for his wife and he put the down payment down for the apartment. It's not a lot, but it's theirs, which I really love. That this like strong sense of pride from where he comes from, or this love of the land that he's from, connecting with the love for his wife that he has. Anyways, next thing you know, it cuts to these guys driving and they're having a good time, and then they stop out on the dock and these two Irishmen just come out of nowhere, and then one guy gets shot in the fucking head and the other guy gets shot, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on? Who the hell are these Irishmen? And then next thing you know, my biggest pet peeve of this whole show, BB Report shows up as some sort of bridge between the scene to another scene, the transition to another. It doesn't make any sense to me. I have no idea I don't know what this means. Do you know what this means? I like it because it kind of what I say on my notes, that the BB Report shows like what the people of NYC are thinking about, like in relation to the events that are happening in the show. Like there's one guy who was just like, well, you know, like Hector is not going to get a fair trial, but it's just like, okay, like, but why is BB Report happening? Like, I get it, like Fisk is going to use her to like, you know, get his real opinions out there, quote unquote, all this kind of bullshit, because she was in like episode 2 talking to Fisk about, you know, like, hey, like I got some insider info, and I think Fisk is gonna use her for that. But I don't know, man. Like I don't like it. I like how it's kind of like a cool transition. Like it kind of reminds me of like those 90s or early 2000s TV shows where it would just like cut to like an interview or something like that, and then come right back like, you're watching BB Report, and that's kind of cool, I guess. And then next thing you know, it cuts to Fisk and his wife talking across the table from each other. I am starting, like, I really like Fisk as a character, but I think like in this show, I'm really getting tired of his bullshit. It's just like he's going through his counseling to you know, better his relationship with his wife, but he's really doing it because they said that his wife not being supportive of what he's doing is a bad image on him. And it's just like, but I'm like, what I wrote down is that I don't like Fisk not letting Vanessa run things, because you find out like Vanessa's the one that sent the guy that Vanessa's doing some work, you know what I'm saying, just like how we saw in the first episode. And I just it's weird that he's pretending to be above it all. She's saying that like, hey, like this is gonna be like a powder keg if you don't like do something, like something will explode, people will get hurt, people will die, and you're just here being the fucking mayor. And it's just like, then the guy, and then Fisk says something that really makes me think that he really isn't trying to change, where he's trying to be above it all, this like little hypocrite act that he's showing. And he literally says, he was like, you sometimes need to have chaos ensue so that you can, like, you know, tighten the reins even tighter with order, like, you know. And it makes it seem like he's trying to take power and be the mayor to stop vigilantism, not crime. And then letting the crime happen he can strangulate the city even more to bend to his will. It's like very much a pattern of violent taking of control, and this kind of like, I don't know, this weird like obsession with like him like loving his wife and kind of controlling what she's doing, of being like, hey, like erase my name out of this, like you were the head of the table. And then when he walks in, they immediately like get up and like get scared and run away, even though that like this is like episode 1 when Fisk just walks in. It's just, I don't know, it's this this sense of control that he needs to use violence to do everything in his power to be better and to ensue order or whatever. Either way, don't like it. I like the next scene where Fisk is saying something about like I'm not that man, or we shouldn't let the violence that they're ensuing affect us. And then it like closes up to his fist, and you see that he's been punching someone, like something must be happening. And then boom, it cuts to Matt Murdock washing his hands from beating the shit out of those 2 cops at the end of episode 2. And I like how the Officer Powell, by the way, Officer Powell, complete douchebag. I really hope this guy dies. I really hope he gets beaten up by Daredevil again, at least at some point, because I fucking hate him. And he like walks in, he's just like, yo, like, bitch, like, what's up? Like, so you're a blind guy who can fight. And like Matt Murdock hits him with the, no one will ever believe you. Like, he hit him with the, you gonna tell people? I mean, no one's gonna believe you. And especially during like the court scene where he was just like, I heard you have a black eye. I hope everything's okay. He's like, don't you worry about that. And he's just like, well, I heard that the best cure for a black eye is, what did he say? Oh, the best cure for a black eye is fast hands, which is hilarious. Saying that to Officer Powell was awesome. Anyways, before I get into the whole court drama part, which was the, like, literally amazing, best part of the whole show, by the way, is this is my favorite part of Daredevil, was him being a fucking lawyer. And I love it so much. So good. They cut to like that safe house where the informant is, the witness, fucking Torres. His name is Torres. Frank Torres, I think it was his first name. Hey, I'm Frank. That's weird. Torres. I'm just gonna say Torres because I wrote down Torres. He's a CI for NYPD. He is in the safe house with your boy, the old guy, the ex detective, that guy. He is at the safe house. They're about to transport him so that he can do the thing, you know. He can testify against these evildoers, aka the corrupt cops. But interestingly enough, before it goes into the safe house, we see a shot of the wall, and there's a Punisher logo on there. And then in the courtroom later on, we see a guy turn to the other cop and say, like, Torres can't testify, and he has a tattoo of the Punisher. And if you guys watched the episode, you saw the ending of the episode, what's the Punisher doing? If I remember correctly, in the season 2, yeah, he becomes the Punisher again. Is he working with like corrupt NYPD officials to get justice in his own way? And he has these cops that are on his side, but they are there are bad people, and he's just using bad cops. I'm confused as to what's going on, but we'll get to that. Next thing you know, they, in a nice swindling fashion, Officer Powell was trying to find the witness, not to get him testified. They open they stop the van where the old man is. They open the back. Dude is gone because they took a regular old ass NYC taxi to the courthouse. And bam, he gets on the stand. We're about to, let's go. But then Torres looks into the crowd. He looks. And then Matt Murdock hears it, which is foreshadowed by Hector's heart beating really fast when Officer Powell was like, yeah, we were on the platform, we weren't doing nothing, then he just jumped us. it's like foreshadowed that like Matt Murdock is like hearing people's heartbeats throughout this whole court case, and then he hears Torres's like heartbeat really fast, like he's like nervous about something. Then he immediately goes, "No, I was at home all night," and like it does not corroborate anything that he was supposed to say, that he was on the platform, and Officer Powell and the other officer who gets killed was beating up on him, and Hector was going there to save them. He doesn't say that. He lies and says he was at home the whole night. And next thing you know, Matt Murdock has to find a different plan, and the different plan is to confess that, hey, like, Hector is the White Tiger, the vigilante, the famous vigilante, even though in episode 2, in the beginning of the court case, he was able to convince the judge not to use Hector being the White Tiger as a part of the case, that they're two different people. And now Matt Murdock has to like do a big swing and hopefully not a miss, a big huge Hail Mary and hopefully a touchdown, to the fact that using the White Tiger as a vigilante, as a good guy, to get him acquitted. And that is just, it was just intense. I was like kind of tense the whole like episode. I had no idea what was like going on. Like I like the first 2 episodes I was also kind of tense, but I was also like excited. This is like excitement. Now we're in it. We're 3rd episode in. Like we're not early stages anymore. Like we're in the show now. We're in the shit, and like anything could happen, which is really intense for me because I don't know what's going on. But yeah, now you see the scene with Fisk and Vanessa at counseling with Heather. I don't know why I don't like Heather. I just don't like her. There's something about her I don't like, and I know something's gonna happen in the show, and I might have a different opinion later on the show. I really don't like Heather. There's something about her I don't like. I don't know. I don't like Heather. The way Fisk portrays this whole bigger man and then taking the high road type shit, but then he also says things like, to keep the peace there must be evil, is fucking it's insane to me. And Vanessa like doesn't, like, she's thinking this a little more personally. Sorry, I dropped a pen and I stepped on it. Like looking down. Don't worry, I'm wearing pants. I'm not looking down at my whole cock and balls. I don't know if y'all were thinking that, but I have pants on. Vanessa and Fisk are talking before Heather walks in, and she's saying, "Oh my god, I forgot. Before that scene, you had the British guy, Luca, or no, Brutus. He really doesn't. He matters, but like he's the British guy that's helping Fisk out as the mayor. He's one of his assistants. He goes to like those gang leaders who we saw in episode 2 or episode 1, who are like, Vanessa, no one's at the high seat of the table, so chaos is ensuing. They're all fighting each other, bloody wars, bloody battles, hijackings like what happened earlier in the episode are gonna happen. So Vanessa decided to take matters in her own hand and send a British guy to fix some problems. 1.8 restitution, which I guess I'm assuming $1.8 million in restitution for what happened in the truck. And the British and the 2 guys are like, yeah, I don't want to talk to nobody mayor's lackey type shit. And then the other guy was like, I'm not a mayor's lackey, I work for the man. And you're just like, what the fuck does that mean? Well, you find out next scene that Vanessa's the one who sent him to talk to Luca, when Luca's one of the gang guys, to talk to Luca for restitutions. And Fisk immediately goes, bad idea, you're stupid, dumb, low IQ, 5 head ass, dumbass, stupid bitch. And Vanessa's just like, well, like I don't want people to die. And then Fisk literally says like, to keep the peace, there must be some sort of fucking evil. Like chaos needs to ensue. The city needs to fall so that he can bring it up. And Vanessa looks at him weird, and he goes, I don't know why we're doing this. And then Vanessa goes, what, counseling? And then they start arguing more. And then Vanessa goes, I think you're doing this to punish me for Adam. And I'm like, who the fuck is Adam? His name is mentioned earlier. Like, did he have? Is like an affair type shit? Like, did I miss something in another show? Tell me, did I miss something in another show? Because I don't know who Adam is, and I'm assuming that it happened between shows or it happened during a show, and I just missed it and went right over my head. I don't know. Yo no sé, hombre. Yo no sé. Anyways, yeah, that's really it. After the courtroom finds out that Hector is the White Tiger, we see a scene with Matt talking to Hector after he, outed him, which honestly kind of sucks. Like, Matt should have asked him first. Like, it was kind of like, I was shocked. I was like, I wasn't really shocked. I knew it was gonna happen. I just didn't like how Matt just kind of didn't talk to anybody about it. I'm a little tired of the trope of the main character needs to do something so big and plot twistily like that, and then say, oh, I couldn't talk to you guys because I knew you guys would shoot me down. Shut up, bro. That's what talking is all about. You could have convinced them. You're a fucking lawyer, for Christ's sakes. You could have convinced them to say this is the best plan of action. Anyways, we find out that the White Tiger, the necklace, chose Hector. He is that person. He is the White Tiger. And that kind of mirrors the whole fact of, Matt Murdock of originally saying, Daredevil is me. I am Daredevil. Is Daredevil my true self? This whole a battle between who am I? Am I the mask or am I Matt Murdock? Kind of like Batman saying that he is Batman. Bruce Wayne is the disguise, Bruce Wayne is the mask, and Daredevil is kind of fighting between, is he Daredevil, is he Matt, and Hector saying I am White Tiger. White Tiger is Hector is nobody. I am the White Tiger. It's who I am. It's you're asking me not to breathe or something like that. And Matt Smith. I keep trying to say Matt Smith. Fucking the 11th Doctor. The Targaryen guy who likes his sister a little too much, with the long white hair. Also the bad guy, Mobius. It's Mobin time. Morbius. I said Mobius. Mobius. Isn't Mobius from time? The Matrix. Mobius is the Matrix. Morbius is the really bad movie with Jared Leto and Matt Smith. Anyways, sorry, that was a lot of brain farts back to back to back, so I'm really sorry about that. So anyways, to continue on, Matt Murdock tells Hector that hey, you can't wear the suit after you get acquitted, just letting you know. If you do get acquitted, you would never wear a suit anymore. And then that's when Hector says a whole spiel about how he is a White Tiger. White Tiger chose him, blah, 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 blah. And you see Matt say, once you stop wearing the mask, you kind of don't miss it anymore. And I'm you a liar, bro. You just beat the fuck out of 2 cops and you scream because you loved it. Like the Punisher in Daredevil Season 2. Yeah, anyways. That is it. During the court cases, when he's showing police reports, Matt Murdock is showing police reports of officers in writing saying that the White Tiger is a good guy, saying that all he does is help, all he does is that. He goes, officer this, officer that, officer this, officer Hall, officer this, and he goes, Officer Morales, and then I was literally writing White Tiger chose Hector power, and then I wrote, Officer Morales? What? So, just letting you know, Miles Morales is in the MCU. This is a canon event. As Miguel O'Hara would say, this is a canon event. This is a nice change of not change. What am I trying to say? This is not plot twist either, but just I was whoa, the vibe change is what I'm trying to say. When he saw Officer Morales, I was fuck, I'm watching a Marvel TV show. Fuck, this is Matt Murdock, Daredevil. Hector is the White Tiger. The Punisher is running around somewhere. I forgot. And he said Officer Morales. I was oh my god, I forgot. Spider-Man swinging around here. That's kind of sick. Anyways, Hochberg says something really good later on that kind of relates to the whole Catholicism in Daredevil. And I really liked what Hochberg said. Hochberg is the prosecution, by the way. I forgot to say that. Hochberg is one of the best prosecutors, apparently. You're just oh shit, we might as well give up now. So they said in episode 2, but actuality, Hochberg actually seems like a pretty good guy, sort of. He says He wakes up in the morning, kisses his wife, kisses his kids, goes to mass, donates money to his parish, and then he goes, does that make me a good guy? Me going to church every day, praising the Lord, praying and all that kind of shit, that still make me a good guy? Maybe. But is that still, make me capable of doing bad things? Which was the defense's point, was that all this proof that the white tiger can do good things, there's no way, there's no, percentage of him not being able to do a bad thing. I really like Hochberg. I mean, honestly, Hochberg should have won. The white tiger should have went away. The cards were stacked against them. I'm not gonna lie. Even though it was corruption, even though Torres lied on the stand saying that I was at home all night, even though Officer Powell was trying to find Torres beforehand and got his ass kicked by a blind guy, honestly, Hochberg had a really great point. And it is a mirroring between the White Tiger and Daredevil about how even Daredevil, like him being a Catholic person, and especially in the Netflix TV show, him talking to the father, being like, hey, look, I gotta do this, and hopefully God can forgive me. And then him saying that he was raised Catholic, but in the way of he was raised in the views of retribution and in God's eyes. I'm sorry to make this religious, but I said it in the last video. I'm not a very religious person, but I was raised Catholic, so it's a little easier to talk about. Anyways, and then Hochberg, that's his closing argument, then ends it, and then the thing is, what I really like about it is that this whole court case is such a fucking struggle, all because Matt doesn't want to put on a Daredevil suit and find proof. If he was Daredevil, he would have found proof of this corruption, proof of these guys having these Punisher tattoos, and something's going on, all that kind of shit. Yeah, it is Ayala. Anyways, sorry, I wrote down his last name actually. Next thing you know, they win the case. It's a beautiful scene. Kamar De Los Reyes really pulls out the big guns of just his acting, him crying, especially when he was on the stand talking to Matt about what happened. Everything culminates into this whole scene of him getting the non-guilty verdict, and him crying and him looking to his wife. It is a powerful scene, followed up with some one of the most powerful ending to the credits of a show that I've seen in a little bit is Fisk talking to BB Report. And before I can get to that, I have to mention the whole Heather and Daredevil and Matt scene in the apartment. It's lame. I kind of forgot I wrote it, but Matt doesn't really talk about Foggy very much, and he finally mentions him to Heather really for the first time. I don't know why. She's just a girl, bro. It's just Heather, bro. You should be talking to your girl, okay? You should be talking. You should be communicating, bro. I just don't see why he don't talk. I just don't see why. It just doesn't make any sense to me, bro. Why is he talking to this Heather chick when Karen could be in the apartment? Maybe that's why I don't like Heather, because she's not Karen. I want him with Karen Page. I don't care about this therapist. I don't give a fuck. Anyways, sorry, valid crash out in my opinion, but yeah, I'm a Heather hater. Just letting you know. But yeah, he doesn't talk about Foggy, but he tells Heather about how every time they won a case, he'd get this Mount Malvinese Scotch 15-year. Might be good. Looks good. And he pours some, and he's cooking for her, which he should be cooking for me, but whatever. But it's a little weird. And then next thing you know, it cuts to Fisk in the office talking to BB Report, and he says that Hector Ayala's verdict was a miscarriage of justice, and BB's but the jury and the judge found him not guilty, and Fisk goes, courts can get it wrong, judge can get it wrong, the jury can get it wrong. It is a miscarriage of justice. My promise before I took the office stands with Ayala's verdict. Starts with Ayala's verdict, or whatever he says. And I sincerely think this has nothing to do with bringing order to the city, has nothing to do with Fisk being a better man. He's just mad that Haley Steinfeld beat the fuck out of him. He's just mad that a hottie like Haley Steinfeld beat the fuck out of him. And a beautiful woman, Haley Steinfeld, beating the fuck out of Fisk is hilarious. Watch Hawkeye if you haven't seen it. Sorry, spoilers. It's awesome. And he's just mad that these vigilantes are doing whatever they want, aka beat the fuck out of him for like 4 shows in a row. Echo almost shooting him in the head, Daredevil beating the shit out of him, the Punisher beating the shit out of him in prison. Like, he can't catch a break, so he's pissed. So he's like, hey, like, and then he's talking, and as he's talking, we get the scene of the very last scene of Hector Ayala putting on the white tiger suit. He puts the gloves on, he puts the by the way, suit kind of sick, and he has a necklace on. You see him, he walks out and he hears a woman screaming, and he's walking down the alleyway, and it's really quite honestly emotional, because like Kamar De Los Reyes passing away, and you know, it's like the last time we see him. And especially like right when he walks past, dude walks up, shoots him right in the head, he goes to the ground, and the guy walks towards the camera, and then his bulletproof vest has the Punisher logo on it. And I was shocked. I was like, what the fuck? Because I already kind of teared up when Hector got the not guilty plea. I just like, his acting was so powerful to me, especially in the title card, in like the credits in episode 2, finding out that he did pass away was just really, really sad. And then now in this episode, it's like kind of like a goodbye to the character and to Kamar De Los Reyes. And yeah, and that's how the episode ends. It's kind of crazy to think like where is the show gonna go next? Now that I mean, I guess my predictions right now is that Matt is gonna be pissed off that someone killed Hector. Fisk is gonna even use this with even more fuel to the fire, be like, vigilantes are killing each other now, let's get them out of our city. And then the BB report section is gonna be like, oh, vigilantes killing vigilantes, that's crazy, we don't even need them in the city. And then for some reason, like, every Marvel fucking NPC, every Marvel like human being being like, oh, thank you for saving me, I'm a mutant, ew, it's disgusting. And then like what is Spider-Man's white? You know, like, it's like this racism against these mutants and vigilantes is just so funny, because like people's opinions change so quickly. It's just like, Daredevil, I miss Daredevil running the streets, and then Fisk says, I hate vigilantes, and the next thing you're just like, well, vigilantes are gonna be gone. Like, it's really funny to me. That's one of my predictions. My prediction is that Matt is next episode is probably gonna put on a Daredevil suit. We're gonna see John Bernthal next episode. That's one of my predictions. Okay, well, hold on. Actually, let's officially make a list. Number 1, Daredevil, Matt. Sorry, let's reset. I'm sorry. 3, 2, 1. Number 1 in my fuck. I'm so stupid. I don't know how to talk. Number 1 in my predictions list. Matt Murdock is going to put on the Daredevil suit next episode. Either that, or he's gonna wear like a half mask or something. He's gonna be some version of the Daredevil next episode. Prediction number 2, we're gonna see John Bernthal either in his Punisher costume or something else. I mean, I think he's gonna be in his Punisher suit. I think he's gonna have like the thing. Number 3, I didn't think this far ahead. I think that's my only 2. That's my only 2, is that we're gonna see John Bernthal and we're gonna see Matt Murdock in some version of the Daredevil, either a scarf over his head or the full-on suit. Maybe not the full-on suit. I think the full-on suit is gonna be a later on, like maybe the mid-season finale, he gets the suit back. But no, I think that's all for me right now. That's all for my predictions. I don't really have a lot of predictions when it comes to like the Fisk stuff, because honestly, that kind of stuff is like not predictable to me, but I feel like it's kind of going in a circle right now. All 3 episodes, nothing's really happened. It's just been Fisk being a mayor, but also being an evil person, and Vanessa, like, you know, kind of controlling the crime ring that he has. I'm not too, you know, I like that it connects. Now we're getting to the point where Fisk's life is, or Mayor agenda is connecting with Matt's side of things, like of Fisk saying that, like openly saying that Ayala's verdict is a miscarriage of justice, that kind of thing. What I wrote down was that Fisk sees Matt winning this case as a Daredevil move. Like, remember how, like, in was it episode 1, episode 2, where he's talking to him in the diner, and he's like, if I see you do any of your previous life's activities, aka, like, being Daredevil, I will come after you. And I think he sees that as kind of like if Matt can get a vigilante acquitted, one who is clearly guilty in his eyes, what else can he do? So Fisk, him trying to see what he can do to reverse Ayala's verdict, is very telling for what's going to happen in the next couple episodes. I came back here because I really need to mention, I'm in the editing booth, you can't even see my microphone, it's up here. I really need to mention the Kokui and the importance of the Kokui, especially in this episode, foreshadowing Hector Ayala's death. In the beginning of the episode, like I said, he talks about the Kokui and about how it whistles, and the magic of its whistling to its lovers, and for, blah blah blah. At the end of it all, when he gets shot in the head, what do we hear in the end credits? We hear the splashing of the waves and the tides on the beach, and we hear the Kokui singing. And I think the impact of that is very, very essential and intense, especially knowing that Kamar De Los Reyes is not on this earth anymore, and now his character isn't either. And it's a very big send-off and a very touching way of doing so. I completely forgot to mention it because it's a lot. And I'm hearing the tides hit the beaches of Luquillo, Puerto Rico, which is a place that he mentions in the show. It's just it's a lot. It's one of my favorite parts of this episode is the fact that even after his death, we got to hear the Kokui that he was talking about so much. But yeah, I was on the editing booth and I realized I didn't mention my favorite part of the whole episode, so I guess I was so nervous at bringing it up, I didn't bring it up at all. Completely forgot. But yeah, anyways, back to the rest of it. But yeah, other than that, I think I'm gonna head out. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this review, I'm gonna do it every episode now. A buddy of mine texted me saying, you can do this for every episode, and I said, I don't know. And I was out of town this weekend, because I think it came out, Friday nights, Thursday nights? So many shows coming out, like The Pit, fucking amazing. That's a really good show. I might, at the end, the end of the season, I might, sorry, I lagged a little bit. I might do, a retrospective of the season, maybe. I'm really liking doing this, talking about a TV show that I like and that kind of stuff, and being very judgy about it, which is a lot of fun, and just talking about how I think about it. I might do that for The Pit. It's an amazing show, and my sister got me onto it, so it's really, really good. I went completely sideways. Sorry. Yes, I will be doing this for every episode of Daredevil Born Again. I might do this for other things as well. That was the point. I will be playing video games soon. I did post some Marvel Rivals video the other day. I'm just so Marvel oriented right now. I gotta do something else. I might be doing something soon. I will announce it on the social medias. But yeah, subscribe, hit the ring, so you hit the ring bell, doorbell bell thing, notifications bell, if you want notifications of when I have posted or anything that I'm doing. Other than that, tell your family to say hi, tell everyone that I know that you know that I know that you are cool, you're great, keep on going. I'll see y'all in the next one, maybe, who knows.